are these people?
I just find this interesting because there was a lot of conversation surrounding this today, but no one happened to catch this one video that was going around on Twitter. But as everyone knows, Dr. Peter Hotez, famous propagandist, for Pfizer and the propaganda establishment, the same man who participated in gain-of-function research, has active money from Bill Gates and checks from several different giant medical institutions. But let me bring this up here. Now, he's gotten into a little bit of a fiddle with Joe Rogan, it seems like, after this smear piece. Basically, effectively, I mean, there's another tweet where he's effectively calling RFK, Joe Rogan, and someone else as a complete fascist, as if like, and this is the one guy who was able to tie anti-vax with anti-Semitism.
Oh my God!
This is like pure Hillary camp. Like, this is where you're getting this is the pure Kool-Aid. But
yeah,
Joe offers him $100,000 to a charity of your choice. If you claim what RFK Jr. is saying is misinformation, debate him on my show with no time limit. In response, Joe says, Mr. Hotez here says, Joe, you have my cell, my email, and I'm always willing to speak to you.
Yeah, just not on the record.
Just not an answer at all. I challenge you publicly because I publicly quote tweeted and agreed with that dog shit.
Putting you on blast, motherfucker.
You're serious about what you say. I love this version of Joe Rogan. Like, I want quote tweet Joe Rogan back. Like, I want this version. Like, I just like if he has to do like a couple less podcasts in order to do this, like, I would love for him to just slam on people all day because of his audience. Because everything he does turns into a fucking news cycle. It's crazy. And I love like how we can just dunk on people like this and like have the entire spotlight.
The entire internet is just all about it.
Yeah. So, Joe, if you're serious about addressing vaccines and the fact that 200,000 unvaccinated Americans needlessly perished during our awful COVID waves because they fell victims to vaccine disinformation, I want to have that discussion. No, they're not answers. So again, I'm going to ask you clearly: are you willing to debate RFK on my podcast? And of course, that was never answered with a response.
No response.
You probably assume no, because he went on Mehdi Hassan within literally hours. I was watching this probably happen in real time on Sunday on a Father's Day, no less. God, by the way, the debate pot is now over 2 million. It's probably more than this by now. But several.
Geez, I didn't see that other people offered this. Oh my God.
He still doesn't want to. He just still doesn't want to debate.
Well, now he's just being selfish. So it's almost 3 million in that pot, and he won't go. I guess that 3 million isn't worth it to him because he knows he'll be made a fool of. That's sad. That's really sad.
So let's bring a little flashback to 2019. So when Joe Rogan, the last time Joe Rogan gave his
I saw this
on his own podcast.
Do you take care of your immune system in other ways? Do you take probiotics? Are you cautious about your diet?
I'm not as cautious about my diet as I should be. I'm a junk foodaholic, actually.
Well, that seems like a terrible thing for your health.
It is a terrible thing for my health, and something my wife is working on.
But that seems ridiculous for someone who works with health.
Yeah.
What's going on with you, man?
Sometimes, man, I just don't get it right.
How often?
What?
How often?
How often do I steal a bag of chips or something like that?
Do you eat garbage?
I don't know. No, hopefully not every day, but maybe a couple times a week.
Oh,
that's what with Rachel, my daughter with autism. That's like our thing is to go to the it's called the burger joint or to Shake Shack to get a cheeseburger. We'll sneak some fries.
So you
live in large, we call it.
Like that mouth pleasure so much, you're willing to sacrifice a little bit.
I have to concede that's the case.
Well, there's I don't have to tell you, but there's a large body of data that connects poor diet to a host of diseases. Mm-hmm. That seems like a crazy decision for a guy in your line of work.
There you go. Sometimes it's not all brain. It's It's something else.
But I mean, if you ate healthy food, I mean, the thing is, your body starts craving healthy food. You start feeling.
Yeah,
the
no
positive
question,
results.
no question about it.
Do you take vitamins?
I don't take vitamins.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think they're needed because most in the
What?
American.
Hold up. You don't think they're needed while you're eating junk food?
Well,
You don't think-
hopefully I'm not only eating junk food.
Yeah,
Right?
but you know, there's a large body of clinical research on the efficacy of vitamins, especially vitamins D, vitamins.
I have
B,
taken vitamin D for periods, by the recommendation of my internist. Yeah.
What about essential fatty acids, which are great for your brain, fish oil, all these different things that are fantastic.
I'm
for
not going
inflammation.
to. I'm not going to argue with you.
What's going on with you, doctor?
You got it. You
Come
got
on,
it
man.
over me.
You gotta listen, but you would have a much better argument. don't you think?
You're making my wife's day here.
If you're taking care of yourself
Yeah.
100% instead of
But you
just
still need. But you still
concentrating-
need your vaccines.
I'm sure you do, but vaccines.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you got a good taste.
Oh,
You got a good taste of that.
What a clown. What a clown. Just like asking him normal questions. So
It's not going to prevent.
Oh no,
should he
okay,
die
so
on?
Yeah, no. So in I believe you actually asked
Cancer.
Here.
The big one.
He's a big one, and he seems like a very intelligent guy. How could he not be aware of the science behind this? And what is he getting wrong?
What he's getting wrong is just about everything. He's formed an organization called Children's Health Defense, and he had a press conference about it. I think it was September, October of last year. It is probably one of the best organized anti-vaccine groups out there. Now he's doing other things other than vaccines. He's doing a lot of things about environmental health and things like that. I don't know any part of that business. I've only followed what he does with vaccines, but it's all nonsense.
Why is he doing this about
I
vaccines?
don't know. What's his motive? I mean, you have to ask him what's his motivation.
Would he be a guy that you would want to have a debate with or have a discussion with?
But again, I mean, I'm uncomfortable with the idea of a debate because it's like debating. I don't know. It's like debating a Holocaust denier whether the Holocaust exists. I mean, not that this rises.
I understand what you're saying,
yeah.
but if you're, again, I want to bring this up. If you're complaining there's 19 books ahead of yours that are anti-vaccine books, you've already lost the battle. Like, it's time to regroup, and maybe regrouping would be confronting someone with actual scientific information. I mean, you are a real doctor. You're a guy who actually studies this, and you're a man who understands the science. You're a legitimate academic. You could actually put a dent in this with a real conversation.
Potentially.
Yeah. I mean, what would he be able to say? Like, what is his take on it?
Well, remember, he's an attorney, and he's very clever, right? And
Right.
he presumably knows how to do arguments in court. And what am I? I'm a scientist.
Right, but do you think that he wants to deceive
What am
people?
I? I'm a scientist.
Yeah, I'm just a dumbass.
I'm just a
he's just
propagandist.
he's just a propaganda. Exactly. He's just admitting that he can't win on data because the data is not on his side.
So immediately to the rescue comes Mehdi Hassan, one of our good friends over at MSNBC, came to save the day. They came
There's the lab coat.
here just to push back on the idea of debate,
Just gone.
because we can't have debates in science. We're not allowed to talk to each other because there's only one approved way that we can conduct science. And if any other form of science disproves that science, then we cannot no longer conduct that science. The jabs are great.
Contrary to what RFK Jr. and other anti-vax nuts have claimed, there is no connection between vaccines and autism, no established documented connection between vaccines and serious diseases or mass death. Vaccines tend to save lives across the board, do they not? That's what the peer-reviewed evidence overwhelmingly shows, does it not? And people are dying right now from COVID still because the evidence on COVID vaccines efficacy is being ignored or shouted down on social media.
Well, there's three or four moving parts to this. So I'm a vaccine scientist. I make low-cost, patent-free vaccines for low and middle-income countries. We made 100 million doses we made 2 vaccine prototypes that led to 100 million doses being administered in India and Indonesia. No patents, minimal strings attached.
So does that mean he's giving them away? Does that mean he's not making?
Taxpayer money.
Does that mean he's not making any money off of it?
No, he's definitely making a lot.
Okay. Just checking.
We actually
Like,
bypass.
patent free. Get the fuck out of here.
pharma companies, and yet RFK Jr. incessantly calls me a pharma shill when, if anything, our vaccines maybe kept Pfizer and Moderna out of markets in India and in Indonesia. So I don't understand that piece. And then the reason I got involved with RFK Jr. in the first place is I have an adult daughter, Rachel, who has autism and intellectual disabilities, and wrote the book Vaccines Did Not Cause Rachel's Autism, that refuted all of his false claims. And that's been, he's been kind of after me ever since then. And now he's at it again. But this time, Elon, this time, Eddie, it's caused something really terrible, and that is during our COVID pandemic. I have a new book coming out that basically says 200,000 Americans needlessly perished because they believed the anti-vaccine disinformation and refused to take a COVID vaccine during our Delta wave and BA1 Omicron wave in 2021-22 after vaccines were widely available. So the point is, anti-vaccine disinformation, it's always done a lot of damage and harm, but now it's a lethal force in
What'd you say?
I shouldn't repeat it just in case, but it's just
the United States, and that's why we have to have that discussion. And I offered to come and go on Joe Rogan again. I've been on a couple of times and have that discussion with him, but not to turn it into the Jerry Springer show with having RFK Jr. on.
It's sad because I said I'm so fed up with the debate me, because it's not really about the debate. If it was about finding out information, as you said, you've already written about vaccines and autism. You've already spoken and written about COVID vaccines. I think you've been on MSNBC and other channels hundreds of times since the start of the pandemic. People can hear your views and the evidence you bring to this, so they're not actually interested in evidence. And it saddens me that you're a man who basically has saved lives abroad with the vaccines you've developed, whereas RFK has contributed to a culture, a vaccine misinformation culture, that has led to the deaths, as you say, of hundreds of thousands of lives, and yet he's the one being celebrated by tech billionaires like Musk and Jack Dorsey, while you're being smeared and defamed. And I would say, I don't know if you've agreed to debate or not. My advice is not to. People might find that surprising because
don't debate. Don't have any conversation with them.
No conversation. Just stay on the establishment media. You're protected here. I'll play that dick flute solo as long as you want, whenever you come on here. Don't have to worry about getting your ass reamed by RFK. Like, such bullshit. Such bullshit. Guy is so annoying. And as freaking Snow Himbo noted, like one of the guys on Twitter calls him meh. Not Mehdi is on meh.
As some of you may or may not know, Peter Hotez was confronted for his lies today by this character, Alex. I don't know this person, Alex Rosens, who's apparently he's one of those like pedo hunter guys. What's that show called?
Like you're talking about the one that they did back in the day.
The show where they honey pop pedo.
Yeah, I forget what it's called. Like To Catch Predator.
Yeah, To Catch Predator. He's like one of those types. Apparently, he's an independent journalist.
Cool. So
he went and he actually confronted Peter Hotez at his house. This is in real time. The first I saw this, I was just stopped in front of my house by a couple of anti-vaxxers taunting me to debate RFK Jr. Of course, I was looking my Sunday best in a brutal heat wave. What is it with people? Well, at least Houstonians know I have the support of their team. So
Sunday best.
A couple hours later go by, and then this tweet pops up. And it's full video of pedo hunter Alex Rosen confronting Peter Hotez.
Okay.
Let's see him run away from his lies in real time, in real life.
Oh, are you Peter Hotez?
I am. Hey.
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
Hey. So why are you not like going to debate RFK on Joe Rogan's podcast?
Oh, come on, that's harassing.
I'm just curious.
What?
Nothing else. I was just curious.
I haven't said anything one way or the other.
I mean, are you planning on doing it?
He just invited me, so we'll see.
And I think you should, though.
We'll give it some.
Okay.
Okay.
And what do you have to say to people who think they're vaccine injured?
Come on.
Anything for them?
I don't come to my house.
I mean, do you have anything to say to people that think? Do you have anything to say to people? Yeah. I mean, do you think vaccine injuries are real, Peter? Peter, it's just a question. Settle the science now. On a safari to go vaccinate more kids? Okay. Oh, are you Peter Hotez?
I am.
I cannot believe. I can't imagine the opportunity to do this. I just can't. But this is fresh off.
2.6 million to go to charities for him to talk to RFK for a a few hours, and he's like,
and
no,
he can't do that. He can't.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, no, thank you.
Too detrimental to the establishment. Yeah, I love that line. This is harassment. Yeah, like AOC is like tweets are violence sort of bullshit.
This is fresh off CNN.
Just
A
talking.
vaccine scientist said he was accosted outside of James with podcaster 945, a podcaster Joe Rogan, who challenged him to debate Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Snowflake of the week.
Oh no, they're all freaking out. Watch this video. 1 second.
I mean, why not just don't call it a debate. Call it a discussion. If you call it a discussion, maybe you get better results. Nobody likes to do the debate bro thing. The debate bro thing has a leave bad taste in everybody's mouth. But
yeah, I know, but you have to listen to Mehdi Hassan and Peter. Listen, debates are no good. This is not how we have reasonable scientific.
we have settled science here.
Yeah, we have settled science that
You just
approved
trust
by
like a religion.
this narrative. Right. That's what all the liberals are saying, including all the ones on TikTok that are losing their minds. This is an insane video. Trigger warning.
We need to talk about this right fucking now. Right fucking now. Dr. Peter Hotez was walking out front of his home in Houston, and this happened.
Okay. Oh, are you Peter Hotez?
I am. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
Hey. So why are you not like going to debate RFK on Joe Rogan's podcast?
Oh, come on. That's harassing.
I'm just curious.
What?
Nothing else. I was just curious.
I haven't said anything one way or the other.
I mean, are you planning on doing it?
He just invited me, so we'll see.
And I think you should, though.
Well, we'll give it some thought.
Okay.
Okay.
And what do you have to say to people who think they were vaccine injured?
Come on.
Anything for them?
I don't come here.
I mean, do you have anything to say to people that think? Do you have anything to say to people? Yeah.
There are so many things wrong with this, so let's break it down, shall we? And while I
I wish I could bring chats up. Maybe we'll debate him later, kiddo. Maybe when there's not a fascist debating us, maybe we can have a debate then, huh?
Unbelievable.
Does that sound better?
Average Karen.
understand it may be difficult to see who was actually filming, it's this fuck right here, Alex Rosen, aka Chet Goldstein, aka my fucking YouTube channel got shut down because I am a racist, bigoted, fucking creep. So you understand why this may be intimidating.
He ran up with him in a fucking. I'm just trying to imagine this. Like he's built like a fucking. You see him?
Yeah, he's enormous.
Alex is fucking 42 years younger, 9 inches taller, and 200 pounds bigger than Dr. Hotez. Just shows up at his house, blaring like he was. And you'll say, yeah, it's a public street. No. He sought him out and then ran to him as he was going into his house after his walk. Trigger warning for these next couple of clips because this really embodies who Alex is.
Give me advice on girls. I'd say the number one advice on getting a girl is do it when they're sleeping.
Obino will probably start dancing.
He says some bad words here.
Damn. Nice fellow.
Yeah, I am struggling to find out why he is single. And it's because of chuckle fucks like you that we women say all men. Way to prove them right, Alex. For Dr. Hotez, I am so sorry that
I'm so sorry, Dr. Hotez.
you, the pinnacle in the medical community, have to deal with this bullshit.
See, and this is like these people, this is like that like religious fanaticism that comes with like the Branch Covidians.
It's a cult. It's a fucking cult.
Like, oh, we gotta defend this random fucking establishment hack because if he got shown as a fraud, then that means everything that's been in my head for the last 3 years is a fraud, and I can't have that. You know, it's a fucking religion. Just what a maniac. Like,
I don't know how you get to this point, in like where you're making TikToks about it. I don't
know. Like I'm seeing, but like I'm like
a normal.
I'm watching a bunch of stuff about that, like the trans stuff, and the trans stuff is like the same playbook as the COVID stuff. It's another religion. It's crazy. But these people are completely nuts.
I'll play this video. This is his pinned tweet here. I went and turned myself into the Houston Receive police after my heinous acts today.
Come on.
Warrants out, but I committed a terrible freaking crime today. I freaking asked a few questions to a sacred figure. I committed a hate crime, I think. And is asking questions to somebody like on their front lawn like illegal?
No, unless they ask you to leave their front lawn, but if you're on the sidewalk, no.
Oh, it was like on their front lawn, but like after he didn't want to talk, we just both went separate ways. Is that like illegal?
No.
It's not?
I mean, it depends on what.
Yeah, no, like he didn't tell me to leave, we just both like walked separate ways.
Well, I mean, like asking him questions?
Yeah, like I was like, are you gonna, it was like a presidential debate thing. I was like, are you gonna debate this one guy? And he's like, I don't know. And I asked him like what he thinks about, you know, there were shots involved with children. Yep, in their right arms. COVID vaccines.
So you gave children shots today?
No. I was just asking somebody about it on his front lawn, and
You injected children?
well, no, he just kind of made vaccines or helps with that. But I just asked him like, what does he think about that? And you know, he didn't really want to talk after that, and we kind of went separate ways. And it was like a 50-second interaction.
So where did the hate crime come in?
Well, I mean, these people are telling me that I should kill myself for doing it. So like, is that not like a hate crime? I don't know. 'Cause I don't think I was bad to him, but apparently all these people that I thought hated the police now know all the laws in Houston. And I don't know. I mean, I didn't really say anything bad to him. I just kind of shook his hand and left.
Okay, so that's you're wanting to turn yourself in for that today.
Is that like a crime? I heard it was like just shaking someone's hand and leaving on their property.
No.
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 Okay.
I mean, if you both engaged in the handshake, you should be fine.
Yeah, we did. It was mutual convo. But like, I'm just getting told it was like, you know, I was hateful. So okay, well, this is such a relief because it's Father's Day and I want to go see my. Okay.
What a debacle on Father's Day. You can't.